Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tamika. This is Library of Tomes, where I talk to you about all the bookish things going on in my life. Hi, welcome back. I hope y'all are doing great. Today I am going to be talking about all the things. I'm doing a very, I don't even know what you like. This is more of just a chatty video. This is more for people who like kind of want to know what's going on. This is also a recent read, so I'm going to do a wrap up. I'm going to do that first, and then if you want the life update, it's going to be after I talk about these two books, because I've read two things since my last wrap up. This is not going to take very long because I don't have a lot of thoughts on the things that I've read. So let me just go ahead and just hop into those and get those over with pretty quickly. So the first thing I read was Immoral Confessions. This was the Taboo Book Club pick for July. This was the one, we did a live show on this. This was Bully Romance. I gave it a 3-star. It was fine. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. Naima also didn't love it, didn't hate it. It was more just like in the middle of the road for both of us. If you want the full in-depth thoughts, I really don't remember many thoughts about it, like actually reading it. So if you want like actual thoughts, you're gonna need to watch that live show, because I truly could not tell you much about this. I feel like I read it and it went in one ear and out the other, and it just didn't work for me. I just didn't love it. I'm hoping for better things. I did enjoy the writing style, and I do want to continue reading from Our Homes, but this is just not the book I wanted to read. So yeah, it was fine. It's just not great. It's not horrible. It was just okay. And then I read a manga. I read Shiver by Junji Ito. This is a horror manga. This is a short story anthology type of manga series. This is specifically has some really good short stories in here. And then there's some that are just not that great in here as well. Some of those stories were just not very good, and some of them were really, really good. And like looking at these, I don't really remember which ones I loved and which ones I didn't. And that kind of makes, oh, okay, so I remember I liked the first one. I loved Used Record. I thought that was a cool story. So I really liked Used Record in this, and then Tomi is also introduced in this story, in this like collection. So I really enjoyed getting to see Tomi in another setting, so that like when I'm going into the books that are just like the book just about her, I'm going to be a little more prepared, I think. So I'm really excited to read it. I enjoyed my time reading this. It was a fun experience. I really loved reading this story. I really liked the way the art was done. Obviously it's Junji Ito, and I just in general had a good time reading it, because I mean it's horror manga. I'm obviously going to love horror manga. It's something that I just absolutely can devour. Usually no matter what kind of mood I'm in, even if I'm in a reading slump, but this one was a 3.5 just because there were some stories that just didn't hit for me, but that kind of happens with every short story anthology I read just about. They don't always hit me in the right way, so they don't always end up being a 4-star read, but this one was pretty good. I had more hits than misses, so 3.5. Let me just go ahead and start by saying, thank you to everyone who has reached out to me in any way, who has noticed me being MIA, has noticed any kind of changes in me in the last, I'd say, month and a half. I have had so many things happening over the last month and a half. I'm in a reading slump. I'm in a really bad reading slump currently. It normally happens around this time anyway. If I'm going to get in a reading slump, I get in a reading slump in the fall. I think I just associate it with going back to school, and I always got in a reading slump going back to school. But this one started in July. I got really overwhelmed. I think I read too many really bad books for the Summer Ween readathon, because I did read quite a bit during that readathon, and I didn't love a lot of it. And I think that was part of the problem. I read like one good book in July, and I was just like, ah, man, one good book, and that was all I got. So I think I just read a lot of bad books in like a short amount of time, and that made it really hard to read. It made me not want to read. It made me not want to pick anything up. So that was part of it. So I took a break. So in July, not only did I get in a reading slump, but I took a little bit of a break, but I also started seeing someone, and then I had someone move in with me. So it was eventful, and it was just really hard to read in general, because I wanted to spend all my time with this new person, and then I, you know, was also learning how to share my space, which I'm not very good at, as you all know. So it was just a lot of trial and error. I helped the friend move out. She is doing great. well, I mean mostly, and things are good. Things are really good in that department. Then my dad got sick, and I know I've shared a little bit. I've talked about I've had a family member in the hospital, and I shared it on Instagram, I shared it on Twitter, and I think I just put a very short clip at the end of one of the vlogs that I did, talking about a family member of mine being in the hospital. Because you all are watching this video, I didn't feel comfortable just saying it like on social media, but like I feel comfortable saying it here. But the family member is my dad. My dad has been in and out of the hospital for the last 3 weeks. And it has been so hard and so stressful to deal with. I love my dad. He's one of my favorite people on the planet, and it's very hard to see him so sick. I'm not gonna share his medical information. That's not my business to share. I will say he does not have COVID. It's not a COVID related issue. I have had to make some sacrifices in my personal time to kind of help out my family. I did take care of my sister a little bit, and I have other things that I have to do now. So I have new responsibilities to like help my family out. So with that being said, I share all of this with you all so that you know that I have made the decision I'm going to go back down to 2 videos a week. I posted this on my community tab, and I have not wanted to do this. I did not want to go back down to 2 videos a week. I wanted to stay at my 3 videos a week schedule, but I can't get back in the swing of vlogs because I'm not reading, and it is just too hard for me to pre-film the amount of content that I need to pre-film and also take care of the other responsibilities that I have. So with that being said, I will be going back down to 2 videos a week. I'm going to post on Sundays and Thursdays starting this Sunday going forward. And here's the other thing that I did not want to say, but I had to make this decision today. And this is one of the hardest decisions I've made. This is harder than going back down to 2 videos a week because I did not want to do this either. The Taboo Book Club is going to be going on hiatus until January. So until January 2020 or 2022, there will not be a Taboo Book Club meeting. I have gotten with the co-hosts that I had planned for the last 2 months of the year, and they understand. It just has to be done at this point. I don't have the mental capacity to host the Taboo Book Club in the next couple months, and until my dad's better, I really don't know what's gonna happen. So I'm hoping that by January I will have some concrete information of what's going on and can like make some better judgment calls. But for now, that is a decision I have to make, and that is the thing that I have to do, unfortunately. I didn't want to. I wanted to continue doing the Taboo Book Club because it makes me really, really happy, but sometimes you kind of like have to make some sacrifices, and unfortunately I have to make this sacrifice because I cannot continue making 3 videos a week and hosting the book club with the new things on my plate. So I will be back with it as soon as I can be, but for now I have to kind of have to step back a little bit. With that being said, I'm still going to be reading the books for the Brianna Hale read along. I will not be on the live shows with Ashley until January, but I will be in the comments chatting along. I'm still going to do my vlogs where I read the books, but yeah, I will not be in the actual chat or in the actual live show until January. So with that being said, I am so glad you're still here. If you are, I am sorry that I am taking a step back and that the updates that I have you are not the most positive, but I'm hoping for some positive news soon. I'm hoping for positive things going forward. I'm really hoping that going forward things will get back to normal. I think, and I'm very, very confident that with a new schedule and the new things happening on my end over here and the things and the shifts that I've made, I will get back to normal. Things will get back to normal, and I will be back in the comments and actually responding to you all and communicating, and things will just be better. So I'm sorry. I guess this is me saying not to expect a ton of participation on my part for the remainder of the year when it comes to other things like read-alongs, read-a-thons, and things like that. But I will be back in 2022. I just have to kind of take a step back, and I'm really glad you all understand. I'm glad you're here. If you're still watching, leave me a yellow heart down in the comments because yellow is my favorite color and I just want all the hearts right now. So I'll chat with y'all in my next video. Bye everyone.